The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
I got back from New Zealand last night,
Yeah, it looked good.
and it was unreal.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back there.
We went
Queenstown.
We went to Queenstown, and we were there for a couple of days, and then we had a car, and we drove to a place called Wanaka. Have you ever been? You ever heard of Wanaka?
I don't think
I've heard of Wanaka, but I
Yeah,
haven't been there.
Me too. I don't think I've ever been there. But I hear everyone says you've got to get there.
Oh, we went through this little town called Cardrona and another place called Arrowtown.
Yeah, I've been to them.
Like among the most beautiful places
Yeah.
I've ever been in the world, bar none.
Yeah, Brad and I got
Why,
bikes.
why
my
is it
brother.
so pretty? Is it because it's autumnal and all the leaves are different colours, or is it the
Autumnal.
mountains? Is it the grass? Is it? Yeah, I had to get that word out. 'cause
all of
I'm,
the
I'm
above.
teaching Brisbane.
All of the above.
Autumnal.
Autumnal and all tummy time.
Yeah.
Are the two words that you've
We had all that.
Do you have tummy time?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And we rode bikes all the way
Yeah,
through
we
what
did that.
you just said.
We did.
I don't think I got to Wanaka though.
Oh, Wanaka's it's beautiful. It's as beautiful as Queenstown,
That's what
which
people
is
say,
like
but
right
less,
up there.
a bit less touristy, all that sort
Yeah.
of business. But yeah, it has all the magic of Queenstown, which is phenomenal.
And we did that. We got the Deadly Treadleys.
Yeah.
Went for a huge ride all around the the Lake Wanaka there. But beautiful. But
Yeah.
look,
Is that what you do? You go and get like outdoorsy?
Yeah. Well,
Well, I guess during summer you do, or is it summer there now? Or is there snow?
No, it's autumn.
no, it's it's all
But that-
autumnal.
No one knows what that means.
It's all autumnal. yeah.
Summer
Well, I
means
guess
snow,
not
winter
here.
means
was a
sun.
little-
They
it was
put
a
on
little
their
bit cold.
furry thongs.
But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is you're not doing snow activities. You're doing green
huge
activities.
Huge
Yeah.
mountain bike culture.
Yeah.
Like all like,
Yeah, that's cool.
like we were just going. Oh, Levi has got to come back here because he just absolutely love it. Like so huge mountain bikes.
How many of the kids went?
No, it's just Judd and I.
Oh, right. It's
Yeah,
another
no.
It's only one.
Yeah, that's it.
And
That's
I-
it.
there was
But
one. Yes.
we saw lots of rabbits. Like when we went for our ride, there was lots of rabbits. I don't know if they've got a problem over there in New Zealand, like with rabbits, but like one rabbit came flying out across the
dear.
track, and I nearly rode straight over the top of it. Seriously, I don't know how I missed
and
it.
around Easter too, that'd be a bit
Yeah,
brutal.
bit how you going. But I missed it, but there's a lot there. But I said to Jode, we were driving back from Wanaka yesterday, and I said, hey,
What?
Kiwis, the bird, the kiwi bird. I went, have you ever seen one of them in real life? And she was like, no. And I was like, I don't think I have either. Like, how big is a kiwi bird? And are they extinct? Or
Oh, I got no idea.
like, we're in New Zealand. I'm like, wouldn't you expect that you could go and see...
But they just be running around.
Maybe
Well,
it's,
not
it
that
could be
they-
like our platypus or our koalas. Like it's not often you see them.
Yes.
Like you're lucky to see them, especially platypus. But kangaroos, you can just just hit them with your guard. They're everywhere.
But have you ever seen a kiwi bird, and how big are they? Like, I
Aren't
don't
they
know.
like
I don't know
pocket
the
size?
answer to that. Like, how big is a kiwi bird? Has anybody here ever seen in real life a kiwi bird?
Nick's trying
No.
to help us out here.
Yeah, Nick, come on. You
Are
know
they like
everything.
drop bears? They don't actually exist.
No, I googled it. There's 68,000
Yeah, I'm just looking at it
kiwis
myself.
left in the wilderness in New Zealand. I've never seen
I
one.
feel like they're telling porky
Well,
pies.
it says 68,000 kiwi birds left in the wild. However, the number is declining by 2% annually. It means roughly 20 kiwis are lost each week due to human threats. But how big is a kiwi? And why do you not
Probably
get-
enough to, trip up your bike. Maybe that's what's happening.
Well-
all the tourists are just
But do they
skittling them with their bikes.
Do they
know.
scamper around? Do they slow? Like in my mind, they could be as slow as a turtle. I don't know. You know what I mean?
But how come, like Steve Irwin Zoo, like how come you don't get them in the zoo? Like you can't go to the zoo and never see a kiwi.
Yeah, because they've got
Like-
exotic animals up there from
Yeah.
all over the world.
Like some zoos over in the States and that have got
Yeah.
kangaroos and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, we got millions of Kiwi people here.
We've got millions of Kiwi
More here
people
than over
here.
there.
Yeah, which I was saying to Joe, this place is so beautiful. Like New Zealand is so beautiful. Why are they all coming over to Australia? Because, like, honestly, that place is just
sensational,
majestic.
isn't it? It really
Has
is.
anyone
You
got
know what? They're coming over because of the Broncos.
the footy? You reckon the
Yeah.
footies? The people ringing up here about the Kiwis. But I want to find out what the size of them are. Like, have you What size is it?
I've got no
Is
idea.
it knee high?
This has taken a very unexpected twist. I didn't know this is where we're going. This is like a big.
We're getting notes through from behind the scenes. They send the size of a chicken, but they've also sent through 1.5 to 2 feet tall. I don't think I've ever seen a 2 foot tall
No.
chicken.
Well, that's two completely different answers. It's the size of a chicken, 1.5 to 2 feet tall.
Yeah, I got no idea.
That's like a giant
Yeah.
penguin,
Yeah.
1.5 to 2 feet tall.
Well, by Kiwis, they're kind of like penguins, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but smaller. Small penguins.
Just go to Avessa here. So, are you a Kiwi, first of all, Avessa?
No, my partner, the girl's dad, is a Māori.
Yeah.
And we recently were in New Zealand. And my daughter's sitting here in the back telling you guys, they're not ginormous, they're quite small. So we thought we'd call and tell you. So they're quite little, very fluffy, and they do, like, scamping is a pretty good word. They get around, and we went and saw them. It wasn't a zoo, but they had, like, a habitat. And they're trying to obviously reproduce them because, like you said, they're dying quite quickly, but they're very little and they're very, very cute.
Like the size
When
of
we
a
say little-
chicken, yeah. What comparative to what?
Yeah, probably like a little bit
Or a
more than
meerkat?
a silky bantam chicken, but they're quite fluffy and then like about the size, yeah. A little bit smaller.
Everyone starts
The salty
Googling bantam
bantam
chickens
chicken.
now.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
Just, you know who the figureheads for our double play gimmick should be? Mm. Those two identical twins.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh.
I mean,
They're
I
like
know,
Milli Vanilli when they couldn't lip sync properly.
I know that was old news, but what about those two? That
That
was the
was-
most amazing thing I've ever seen.
It's bizarre. And bizarre, I'm still getting my head around because I was away, but how, like, what happened to that whole thing's kind of weird. How they became.
It was horrific.
Like they were on
and
Jimmy
that,
Kimmel and someone died and stuff. And, it was like a weird situation.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's
the
funny
actual
you
event
say that, Lutzi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sat really weirdly with me. That.
It was
because I
bizarre,
shared it
truly
straight
bizarre.
away, the Twinnies bit. I
remember you
shared that
saying
straight
that, yeah.
away online, and then a few people who actually knew the person who died said, please don't do this. So I pulled it straight away.
Yeah. It's 'cause-
Because you don't want to. It did sit weird. I think it was a bit naughty of Channel 7 to play
Yeah.
that, even though they were genuine witnesses. But it kind of overshadowed this poor girl's death.
I think they knew they were being a bit naughty. I went, this is naughty.
I
but
think
it's
they
funny.
did
And
know
and
that.
They rolled the dice and went with it.
Yeah, but
And look, I pulled it knowing full well it was going to go viral. So that's my moral fibre right there.
I think you made the good call, but like given what happened,
I can
that
sleep
day-
at night.
Yeah,
But it was hard. Like, I remember when I saw it, because you're right, it is a serious news story, and then all of a sudden, after it's over, you just go, wait. What did I just watch there? I'm going to go back and watch it.
Well, you're a
again.
twin. You're an identical twin, aren't you?
Yeah.
Identical.
Yeah, identical, yeah.
So that's the same as what they are. Like,
Yeah, they finish each other's sandwiches. Isn't that what you established?
Yeah. Well, we won't go down that WhatsApp conversation we had about being twins and what you do together. But so you have ever had moments like that with Luke, where the two of you talk at the same time and about exactly the same thing?
Oh, geez, I think they're more twins than what we are. You know what I mean?
Because you can do it. I mean, I can sit here now and we could mess around and do what they did, kind of do it if you did it for long enough. But I don't think they weren't doing it for.
No.
for
Why
the
don't you try and
effect.
do it?
No, in that
Why don't you do it?
moment,
In that moment, they were being completely
genuine. So you can kind of do it if you want to. That's what I'm saying. But they weren't putting on a gimmick.
No, they weren't putting on a gimmick at all. That was fair dinkum, and the two of them just so in sync and telling the same story. It was about their mum, wasn't it? So it was like all the emotions were obviously identical as well. But that was it was truly bizarre.
And they own and my understanding, and I'm coming
A pelican, like a pelican rescue.
Yeah, they own some wildlife rescue.
And then they're
thing.
But you
tied up
know what?
with
They were
Irwins. They
mentored
used to
by,
work with-
Steve Irwin.
They used to
Because
work
it's up
with
that
Steve
way.
Irwin.
Yeah, because it's near there, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
they used to work at Australia Zoo. Like, I mean, it just
How did
gets
it
And yet
let
Robert-
them go? How'd they let them go?
I
Like,
wonder if Steve knew that could pick the difference between the two of them. You know what I mean? I wonder if he knew.
that's where your head goes. Where the Steve Irwin
Yeah.
could pick the difference between. But I mean, how do
I'm
they let
just
them
imagining.
go?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know. And props to their pelican rescue thing. You'd go and visit it.
Yes.
If you rolled out,
That should be a feature in the zoo.
If they were an Australian
Yes.
zoo, we're going to see the twins do the pelican chat.
We're going to see Harriet the turtle.
Yeah.
We're going to see the two twins.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see Bindi in the Crocoseum, and then the twins over at the pelican. That's a major area.
That's a day out. That's a good day out.
Except
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
we're talking about holidays before because Ash has clearly had an absolute wondrous holiday. He's been cycling around Wanaka and looking for kiwis and playing golf and doing all the good things. Lutzi, you
And
had
fishing,
fun in
Nikki.
Japan.
I went fishing too. I'm going to talk about
I
that
saw
at
the
some stage.
fish.
I got
Your
Red
fish
Emperor,
were
like you wouldn't believe.
enormous.
I had one of the greatest fishing trips of all time.
Nice.
Yeah,
best
and
holiday.
it looked like your kids weren't chundering over the side as well, which you were concerned about. So
Yep.
you had all the wins, and Lutzi had an amazing time in Japan, and Mitch, you all got influenza A.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like holidays, you win some, you lose some, and I feel like I'll talk about my holiday just to make people who had a bit of a shocker Easter break feel a little bit better, because I had big plans to just go to the beach every day and have a wonderful time. But as you know, in the final week of radio, the wheels started to fall off. I got a bit crook. And also, I've been complaining about this. Well, I've been calling it manky mouth the whole time. Which
ulcer.
I kept going, the ulcer. So I kept going to specialists. They were like, this is weird. Like, we think it's an ulcer, but we haven't really seen this before. Anyway, it was getting worse and worse and worse. So I went to another specialist for a second opinion. And guess what? It's being upgraded to a tumour, which is not what you really want to hear when you're in the doctor.
Is this
but,
in your mouth?
in my mouth. I've grown a tumour over the last couple of months, but they don't think it's nasty, so I should say that.
Right.
But
That's good news.
it's still weird, so I have to go to the specialist straight after this because we've got to get on top of it. They've put me on some steroid treatment at the moment. It seems to be shrinking, which
You're
is
on the
why I'm
roids.
in a good mood. I'm on the roids. Oh, I tell you what, I'm going to start lifting chairs. But because you can lift it like... I've been on them before for things,
What, you feel
and they
stronger?
do you feel like, yeah, you lift a couch.
You're on the
you
gear, mate.
can-
She's
yeah,
been banned
it's
from the
amazing.
NRL for 2 years.
Anabolic.
Anabolic.
Anyway,
Anabolic.
they do the job. I could see why Lance Armstrong won the Tour de France. I feel like I could do the Tour de France. But, yeah, so that happened. But that's not all. I also came down with chronic vertigo. So anyone who's suffered vertigo knows that this is not a good time either. So
what
not
does that
only
mean?
did I have a
Is that-
manky mouth,
Is that where you
I just
stand?
kept falling over.
I got a bit of it in Kokoda.
So that-
Everyone was getting it in Kokoda. Remember that? Because we stopped eating all the decent food. And it just like
Oh,
you-
really? They
you
got
no
vertigo
sense
in
of your
Kokoda?
your balance and stuff, right? Your
Balance.
head swirling.
Balance
around.
is gone.
Pretty awful.
Yes, that's the one. So had to see a specialist about that too. So that's another beach day gone.
Is that a new thing?
I've had it before, but I haven't had it. I've only had it this bad once before.
Is it related
And that
to
was
the
when I
manky
was
mouth?
overseas.
Or is it two separate sort of...
I could be
two
stressed
separate
because I was
deals?
very stressed about my manky mouth, but I think stress can do it as well. And then the trifecta, just as
You're
I
pregnant.
was starting to...
You're pregnant.
Oh, could
That's
you
what it is.
imagine? No, it's
Rating
never that bad.
spike.
No.
Come on.
What's the trifecta? What are you tipping?
Yeah, what do you think?
No, I don't. I got no idea. Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Well,
A
I've
bad
got a
thing.
new Hyundai Santa Fe, which I've fallen in love with.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing.
But
That's
someone
good.
thought they'd go and ruin that and crash into it.
What?
Yeah. So
What do you
went out
mean?
for fish and chips. Some tradie at a ute. I've been run into by ute when I'm not even in my car 4 times in the last 2 years. So
You've
I'm
run into
starting
by
to
a tradie
think.
4 times the last 2 years. What?
And
What do you mean? Were you moving?
No, it was parked, and then he's gone to accelerate forward. He's not gone forwards. He's gone backwards, and he's put his toe ball right through the front of the Santa Fe through multiple layers. And as you know, there's a radiator and all the sensors are there.
I know that.
Lutzi
So,
knows that. He's very mechanically minded.
yeah, Lutzi doesn't know that. Sorry.
Lutzi doesn't know
It's
what he's
not
talking about.
good news. The radiator seems to be surviving, but
Dear,
we were driving.
What have Hyundai said about this? Not that it's your fault.
I haven't told them yet. This is
Oh,
kind of the
this
way
is
I'm
it.
telling them.
This is it.
Not my fault, Hyundai. It's not my fault. I'll be
So
calling him after this, actually.
Some bloke was trying to get his car out and he meant to drive forward, but he slipped it into reverse.
And he's gone quite quickly backwards, yes.
And the toe ball, bang.
Yeah, it's just stabbed all through the front. So now the emergency braking comes on at random while driving.
All the systems and everything. Yeah.
All the things are there. So for anyone who had a bad holiday, don't worry, mine was worse.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
I came back from New Zealand last night. Jodie has stayed over there. She's over there for a few more days.
Oh, unreal.
And tell me what you think of this, Nikki, because I just got this message that came through from Jode. She goes, look, I've just done a lovely 15K run.
That doesn't
I
exist.
lost a lake at Queenstown. I know, she runs every day.
But
And
15K
And yet
for
she keeps
fun?
running home.
She did 12 yesterday. 12 yesterday and then 15 today. I know, but she does it because she loves it. Like, I wish I could get to that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
She genuinely loves it. And she did it
Is she
12
just like high on like good endorphins, like fit endorphins? She must be.
She just loves running. She loves, and when she got injured, like when Mitch's wedding, where
Coming up on the anniversary of that injury.
well, this is the thing about the anniversaries.
Yeah.
Is that she's just sent me a message now going,
Oh no.
happy anniversary. It's my anniversary today.
What?
It's the 28th, and I just went, and then I just went, oh wow, happy anniversry. But I reckon,
You shouldn't be saying this, Ash. You could have
reckon-
covered it
I
over.
blame old mate because I would
something-
always forget
There's
that
something always triggers you for it.
Anzac Day.
Yeah,
but see,
right.
I was away at Anzac Day. We were over in Queenstown for Anzac Day this year. Normally that's my marker. And then I would always have that one listener, whoever you are, that would always send me a message
Yes.
on Anzac Day because his wedding
Give you a heads
anniversary
up.
was the 28th as well. And he'd be like, Ash, don't forget, 28th is coming up. It's Anzac Day. This is your yearly reminder.
But they commemorate
So he's
Anzac Day in New Zealand too.
It's not like you're in Colombia.
No, I know,
There's an N
I know,
and Z in
I know,
Anzac,
but it
mate.
threw me out. It threw me out of my schedule.
Yeah, guys, you're right. Okay.
Now, hang
We
on. So
did
what are
the
you going
dawn
to do
service
about it?
over-
Where
we
is
did
she
the dawn
staying?
service over there.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
she's in New Zealand. She's in
No,
Queenstown.
but could you call? Is she at like a hotel? Could you call the hotel and they could deliver something and you sort it out for us? So like a little surprise to arrive at the room, or can you do that?
Well, yeah.
You should do that.
She's 2 hours ahead, isn't she? Like you've missed breakfast by this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, who has champagne for breakfast?
No, you can still do it.
No, get,
My point, Nikki, is that she's forgot. Don't you reckon she's forgotten
Oh,
too?
right. Yeah. So you haven't heard from her.
oh, because she stayed on.
Well, not that she just stayed on, but just that she.
She's in another. Her brain's in another space.
Yes, it's like it's like she's talking about a run. And then it's like as a byproduct, like after she sent that text,
This is a power play.
She's
locked the phone.
Oh
and
yeah,
she's seen
she's
the
definitely forgotten.
yes, she's just come back with happy anniversary,
Yep, she's forgotten
and
for sure.
It's like
Because
the fourth or fifth text message of the day.
yeah, no,
that
it
we
should be the
had.
first. If she's remembered, it's the first. So you're both terrible.
I used to have these horrible moments of a morning because, I'd be doing this job, obviously, and I'd wake up and this happens so many times. We'd laugh about it at the time, but I'd go, I'm heading off, and she'd go, happy anniversary, and hand me a card.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like-
no.
And I'd be like, oh, fuck. Anniversary.
I left yours at work, honey.
Oh,
I'll bring
it's
it
just-
back later.
There's nothing worse than when you get given a card and it's your anniversary and it's so obvious.
Perfect
it's
timing.
so obvious that you have no idea.
Perfect timing for our next game. We're playing next Cash Connections. It's all about how well our couples know each other and whether they can remember their
24
anniversaries.
years today, though. Come on.
Congratulations, Ash and
Well
Jody.
done.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
Oh, I had the best 2 days. The last 2 days, I got to go away and I went somewhere special and fancy and had the best time ever. Have you? Oh, no, you're yet to go, aren't you? I went to Peak Lodge in Maryvale.
No, I haven't been yet, but I'm gonna head hopefully in the next month or two. But it looked amazing. But how was
I
it?
think I'm going this weekend. Where is it, first of all, Nikki?
In Maryvale, so out near Warwick. So you're kind of driving through the middle of nowhere. There's cows and stuff everywhere. And then their driveway is 30 minutes long.
Really?
By the way, make sure you take a 4x4 because you go through
Really?
little creeks and things. It's really cool. You have this like rugged experience. And then you arrive at this amazing lodge. It sits, as it says, on the peak of the hill and looks over the entire mountain range just past Cunningham's Gap.
Yep.
And from when I arrived to when I left, I was treated like a rock star, and all the food's inclusive, and it's a 2-hatted Michelin restaurant, and the food was next level. Like, there's fancy food. You get fancy food.
Yeah.
But this was good fancy
Actually
food.
good.
Yeah, I saw
Actually
you sent through a
good.
picture. It looked amazing. I showed it to Jode, actually. I said, look at this. That steak looked unreal.
Good spice.
Oh, the Wagyu. And that carrot. That's the prettiest carrot I've ever seen.
So
It was so good.
Spices is a
It's a chain.
yeah. So there's quite a few of them. Are they just in Queensland or are they everywhere?
No, they're everywhere. They're in New Zealand. No, they're not in New Zealand, but they're in New South Wales. I don't
Yeah,
know if
right.
they're in Victoria.
Okay.
But fun fact, I found out the people that started at Pick Lodge was the original. They also started Flight Centre.
What?
So it's a couple from Brisbane. And they started Flight Centre as well. Just said, oh, no, I'm going to go and do this epic thing now. But
That's amazing because I didn't know about that one, but I know I think there's one Mulaney sort of way as well. But they're not far.
Yes.
Like, what's the drive would be an hour and a half or something like?
from Brisbane, it'd be about an hour and a half. An hour to get there and half an hour up their driveway. But it was funny.
Yeah.
We were
It's
driving
really a
through.
half-hour drive up the driveway.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's like a gravel drive. And you're driving through, you drive through rainforest, but you also drive through like cattle farms. And I hadn't seen any cows yet. And I'd kind of gone in, because we're in the Hyundai and it plays that kind of rainforest music. So I kind of transported into another realm.
Yeah,
and
that's
we're
cool.
above the clouds. And then all of a sudden this big black thing moved in the bushes. I thought it was a bear. And then I realised there's no bears in Australia. I had a real, it was a cow.
Cow.
But I just had a moment because it transports you because it's not like anywhere else.
And you're above the clouds, did you say?
Yes, so you get an inversion. So where you're like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was cold
That's
and you've got a
bizarre.
fireplace
Fireplace type
in
of
your
thing.
own room.
Oh, what?
And
Come
there's
on.
champagne in an ice bucket when you arrive.
And did you have a tub on the
everyone's
deck
lovely.
as well? Is that what you like?
Have a what?
Like a
No, so they're-
tubba? A tubba? I wasn't asking about Jeremy.
It's frowned upon, but Jeremy did have a quick
Look, there was a photo shoot. No.
a tub on the deck.
So they've got the day spa. So I made
Oh,
Jeremy
yeah.
come and get a facial with me, and that was hilarious. He ended up talking to the chick about her star sign and astrologies while I just laid there and went zen. So now you know where that comes from. It's my husband. But they had a spa out the back, and then they bring champagne to you, and then they've got a spa out the front for the sunset, and they bring champagne to you.
goodness.
Unfortunately, I wasn't drinking that weekend, which was unfortunate, but
a waste.
I just can't rate it highly enough. It was amazing, and they could use your name because there's only like 10 rooms, so there's only like 20 guests, and they use your name. It's like Nine Perfect Strangers,
It's a bit
but
White
not
Lotus,
weird.
but not weird.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I was doing that.
The Ash, Lutzi, and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.